What's up, tubers? Welcome to Games Time. I'm James, and today's video is a fresh movie review for Frozen 2. Directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee, written by Jennifer Lee, and basically starring the same cast as the first one. Kristen Bell as Anna, India Menzel as Elsa. Hopefully I did better than John Travolta. Josh Gad as Olaf, and Jonathan Groff as Kristoff. Also starring Sterling K. Brown, Evan Rachel Wood, Alfred Molina, and Jason Ritter. I'm trying to think who was the most prominent. But yes. And of course, Alan Tudyk. I think this movie takes place about probably a year after the first movie, which makes sense. It goes for an hour and 43 minutes. And personally, I think it could have gone a bit longer. Like, I love the first one. No, actually, I hated the first one. It was all about the music and the style over story and everything, and it won the awards because it was very catchy for the audience and little girls and everything, and little boys and soldiers and everyone, because Let It Go is an awesome song to blast out. But compared to Big Hero 6, it had nothing compared to that. So I didn't like the first one that much. But this one I didn't mind. I think Disney knew where they went wrong with the first one and explored more with this one, which is really good. We get to have a bit more backstory of the parents, bit more character development from them, even though it's very short, but it's worth it. The visuals are amazing. There is a water horse in this that turns into an ice horse, and it's beautiful. The essence of water, air, fire, and earth, basically like airbender stuff, is beautiful visuals. The fire is amazing to watch. The air, like circling around them, as Olaf calls the air Gale, which is like, okay. And the earth giants are like, wow, the visuals of them, the detail in them are amazing. There's a little fire lizard in it too, and it's really cute. It looks like a little Charmander. And I appreciate the fact that it's a darker story. It's dark in nature. It feels like they're all depressed in a way. It's hard to explain in that sense alone, but there are songs that aren't really as catchy as the first one, but it's more of Elsa's got to find herself. Kristoff is feeling, oh, I love it. Like, I love Anna, but I feel like she's pulling away, and I'm not sure how. I'm not nothing without her. It's like, wait, so you're feeling like you need a partner to be strong? The message is weird for that, and and Anna has great character development in this, but also in a depression wise, as we witness Olaf die. I'm sorry to say, for a while, but it's as she's holding on to him, and then it cuts, like, you see his essence fade away. She's sitting in the dark, and she's like, okay, it's darkness, I gotta move forward, I gotta go ahead, get it, and move one step at a time. It's like, this is fucking dark. It's just like, but it's good. And they also have a song about growing up, and it's like, okay. And they get more onto the fact about water has memory, which is pretty cool, but it's also like, oh, water has memory, I've got a new power, or I can control the power in that way. It's like, that's why I would have liked it to develop a bit more. Like, maybe have it go for roughly 2 hours, 10 minutes, maybe. It feels very short to me. Like, with what they want to do, how they want to show it, they could have done it a bit longer, a bit better, and have it a bit more storytelling instead of just visuals, song, and all that stuff. But some of the songs were worth it. Were really good, really big power ballads. But like I said, nothing as catchy as "Let It Go." And also, it turns out the fact that Anna and Elsa's grandfather was an asshole, as we learn about the forest people and how Arendelle and them came together, but something tore them apart, and it turns out that their grandfather murdered or literally stabbed behind the back of the leader of the tree folk, like Hans was going to do to Elsa. It's like, oh my god, just the visual dark representation of him like that with a sword to the Wood King. It's just like, oh, you went Game of Thrones fully there. But, and in my opinion, it was very, Anna was very trying to shelter Elsa or keep her close to make sure she was okay, but Elsa wanted to explore. Like, she's hearing a voice, she's hearing a message, she's hearing a calling. She wants to explore, and it's like, no, you can't leave me. Remember, we're together. It's like, no, back off. So you need to explore by yourself sometimes and search your inner workings. And I didn't like that much. It's just like, no, that just doesn't work for me. I will say the best part of the movie was Olaf explaining what happened in the first one to the forest people that they found in the forest, and the Eredalians. They got trapped in a time vortex in smog or smoke. He explained to them the first movie, just like Barney did in How I Met Your Mother, in 30 seconds or less. And it's very hilarious, as Olaf is like, once there was two sisters, one with powers and one with not, and they had their parents die and saw the rock trolls. And the Matthias, the second in command from 40 years ago, is like listening to the story, and when the big thing happens, just focuses to him like, oh no, like, as like, Anna fell in love, and he's like, oh, that's good. And he turned out to be an evil guy. It's like, oh dear. It's just like, what? And then Anna died. And it's just, and Matthias's reaction is just absolutely hilarious. I would say, stay to the very end after the credits, because Olaf does reenact the entire movie again to the Snow People, and it's very funny. I give it a 7.5. Like I said, could have been better story-wise if they had more time to develop it. To go for 2 hours and 10 minutes, I believe. Like, the first one was all about the song. All about the songs. We got a new princess. And we're just trying to market that to everyone. This one, Disney knew where they were going with it, but they came out just a bit short because the they could have gone on a bit longer, but they went dark, and I'm glad they went dark with it because it works for this movie. It's not the best of this year. It doesn't make it into my top 10, the best at all. It's an honorable mention, but I will say it is better than Toy Story 4 and slightly misses out from How to Train Your Dragon 3. I know they're different companies, but animation-wise and getting to storyline-wise, DreamWorks did a better job than what Pixar did for Frozen 2. The How to Train Your Dragon 3 is way better, in my opinion, than Frozen 2. But yes. And there is the poem. There is a poem or a song in this movie, and it's very dark. I won't play it, but I will recite it. Where the north wind meets the sea, there's a river full of memory. Sleep, my darling, safe and sound, for in this river all is found. In her waters, deep and true, lie the answers and a path for you. Dive down deep into her sound, but not too far or you'll be drowned. It's fucking dark! Yes, she will sing to those who hear, and in her song all magic flows. But can you be brave? But can you brave what you most fear? Can you face what the river knows? Where the north wind meets the sea, there's a mother full of memory. Oh, come, my darling, homeward bound, where all is lost and all is found. That is recited to them as children, and it's like, oh, that's a good song to sleep to. But knowing that makes a bit more sense. But it goes on with that, and it's a nice poem. And they also reference like, how come all bedtime stories and poems have a dark message? Just like, I don't know. But yes, if you've watched the movie, what did you guys like about it? Did you enjoy the first one more or the second one more? Leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. And leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about it. And thank you very much, guys.